Hi, everyone. It's time for another message from Melissa. And this time I wanted to look at this question of what's the best piece of advice you've ever received. For me, there are two different things. So this time I'm going to unpack one of them. And it was actually the first one that I received. Something that I think about when we say, what's the best piece of advice you've ever been given, is I actually think that's a bespoke topic, because what you need to hear might be different from what the person next to you needs to hear. But when you hear the thing that was right for you at that time, it can make a very big difference in your life if you keep it in your mind. So the first time that really happened for me, and something that I've carried with me for a long time, is, after I graduated from college and I was thinking about different possible paths for myself. To make a long story very short, the first job that I had was working for the Olympic Winter Games in Torino, Italy. That was in 2006. And I got an opportunity to be there for several months working in Italy on a big project. And I remember the day that I was going, not the day that I was going to leave, but right before I went to leave, I had my last day of serving at a restaurant that I was working at. I was a waitress, and the manager came up to me and she just kind of held my shoulders and she said, "Accept invitations." And it was such an interesting piece of advice. It was so simply put. And for me, it was a really important thing to hear, because I think that at that point in my life, and for a little bit of time after, I was really very closed to opportunities and to new ideas. And it took me a while to build trust and to warm up to things and to trust myself to say yes. And by saying accept invitations, she really opened up my eyes to accepting possibilities, to letting new things happen in my life. And over the years, I've learned to sort of temper the accept invitations just a little bit with things like trust your intuition and accept the right invitations. You don't have to accept every little thing that comes along. But I think for me, what it really meant was, if everything is pointing in the right direction, if your intuition, if your gut is telling you that this is the right thing, if you've been doing research and that's telling you it's the right thing, but the thing that's stopping you is the thing that's stopping you is maybe fear. What if you just said yes and did it? And it's the kind of thing that I've said to myself over the years to help push myself through some mental blocks or some roadblocks or some moments where I might have put up the stop sign. It's something that I continue to work on, and it's not my default setting, but it's definitely a piece of advice that I've carried with me for a long time. So I'm really curious to know what has been a good piece of advice for you. And next time I'm going to unpack the other one, the second one that I've learned more recently that's helped me in the new phase of my life that I'm in. But I think accept invitations is something that for me holds true all the time. So like I said, I'd really love to hear what types of advice have helped you in your life now or in the past that have really stuck with you. Be curious to see what it looks like for everybody. And maybe there are some things in common, maybe there are some things that aren't. So let me know what you think. And in the meantime, good luck and happy marketing.